coming for me is a sense of the tree in the forest. I don't know, something about the forest, the mutuality in the forest. Each tree is interdependently connected to each tree and can only become a tree in relation to other trees, almost. It's like that with community. If something's dropping deeper for me, there's some reflections coming around the felt sense this week. It's dropped in at a deeper level. The appreciation of the felt sense has really not to do with feelings. It's really interesting. I mean, it's not that feelings aren't a part of the felt sense, but it's not to do with their literalism. Something around the felt sensing has got everything to do with mutuality and the forest. In a way, it's not even about ownership. So as I say that, and also sensing all of us together, the sense of who speaks. It's like in communing, in community. If something relaxes at a deeper level with you, it's as if the community speaks. You know, it's as if the whole body here is speaking through this particular mouth. You know, but this community is also extending out to all those beings that have provided a connection with me. As Jen said, it's like something is building upon what is built. Anyway, I'm not quite sure about all that, but there's a kind of a sneaking sense of all of us, as it were, kind of not separate at all, and each individual expression is an expression of the whole coming forward. In this communing, but also more broadly speaking, you know, kind of the shape of the humanoid, you know, as it morphs out of the soil, it's a bit like the dawn of time, so to speak. And then this kind of these creatures, not just humans, but all these creatures, kind of morphing out of the soil and having this relationality with light and air. It's in the same way, it's also morphing from the light and the sun and from the stardust. It's not actually just the planet. It's kind of morphing, right, from all this wonderful concoction of vibrant interrelationship, and it just kind of manifests, and then it kind of looks around, as it were, or senses around. It senses around, and it's indeed sensing itself. It's sensing this kind of amazing mystery of how it's found this particular relationship form. It then looks upon its creator. You know, it's like that, isn't it? And in doing that, it is everything looking at itself, right? And then along comes, of course, Mr. Thinking Cartesian mind and starts claiming it and saying, oh, it's mine, actually. You know, i.e. dead end thoughts and dead end feelings. So, but in a funny way, that's also a part of the whole thing, you know. So it's how does that find relationship, you know, also in here. But honoring the primal kind of source, so to speak. Which we are, I guess. I mean, that's a story, right? It's just a story, but it's an invitation to let something in you entertain that and see what happens, right? I think when we start taking things literally, then it's a sure sign that a judgment has taken place, you know, somewhere along the line. So yeah, Jean Genlin talks about focusing from the context of the philosophy of the implicit. The philosophy of the implicit. That's his That's his overarching entry point into humanity, or into the universe, the philosophy of the implicit, what is implied. I do believe that what is implied knows itself to be true. It's not what is implied as in information, analysis. What is implied as in the felt sensing. Somewhere deep in the felt sensing is its own truth, its own source is known to itself, right? That's my sense of the whole thing. One doesn't need to go anywhere. It's all implied. It's all here, actually. It's just like the availability to itself. Well, it's already available to itself. It's in its fullness. It's just the availability for that fullness to be recognized by something here, as it were. Some kind of mysteries, seemingly unfolding. But of course, it's already unfolded. It's full already. A bit of a paradox, right? I like that, because then something in me can kind of rest and go, yeah, it's already unfolded. Great. Just kick back there, son, and see how it wants to approach you without looking, without expecting too much. I think it's the expectation that might get in the way slightly. But maybe we do need an availability, that's for sure. It's interesting, isn't it? Language is like both revealing and also closing, covering. And maybe if in doubt, just come into presence, right? Something like that. This is the realm of rest and freedom, right? This is what we've been playing with. And of course, a part of us is bound to come forward and say, oh, I can't do this. What's he talking about? Oh, this isn't for me. Oh, maybe when I'm trained, when I've really got 30 years of focusing, I can say that, Well, let's welcome that one too, right? It's always in the welcoming. Yeah. And then something will find some contentment in it. Yes. Some rest. There's your rest, right? Always. The rest is always potentially always here right now, to be honest. Even in when the seas are rough, it's a bit like there's something in us that can actually rest a little. Right? And from that rest, the availability is there for it to know its own truth, right? It's not like there aren't storms. There certainly are. Let's face it. And there's more. Just as well, right? A nice cup of coffee. Always welcome. Wonderful beings, thank you for your blessings today. I sense a richness from you all, and a lot of beauty and a lot of love. And let's invite it to continue through us, right?